Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. This video has been leaked yesterday. This is the new George Floyd video that was been leaked from one of the police officers' body cameras. Now, and I'm going to tell you something, and the thing of it is, this is my concern about this video, that now the police union is going to use this video to get all 4 officers off. Okay, and I want you guys to see this video for yourself. Now, of course, George Floyd was in the car, and the officer that killed him approached the vehicle with his gun drawn. Obviously, he was scared and he was nervous. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, he may be on drugs so bad, and that's why he said he couldn't breathe, and that's why he was quote-unquote claustrophobic. Even if that were true, what gives these officers a right to kill this brother? I'm just saying. What if he's on drugs or not? And and then I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna play this video in a second. Also, what you're about to see in the video, that I think that was his ex-wife and some brother that was with the both of them, and so she's gonna say, well, he's crazy and blah blah blah. But I think in my heart that the reason why they released this video, that the video has been leaked and give it to Daily Mail anonymously, is because they know these 4 officers want to be released. They say that these 4 officers didn't do anything wrong. That's why I believe why this video was released. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm gonna get you the rest of my commentary.
Let me see your hands.
Damn, man.
Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand.
Please, what's up?
Both hands.
Do nothing.
Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand.
What we do?
Put your hand up there. Put your hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel. Well, in the car. Put that in.
Dang, man. I got shot the same way as I was before.
Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up.
I'm so sorry.
You got them?
Dang, man.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Hands on top of your head.
Hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle and step away from me, alright? Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me, please, man.
I'm not gonna shoot you. Step out and face away.
I'm gonna get out of here, man. Please don't shoot me, man. Please, man. I just off my wall, man.
Step out and face away. Step out and face away.
Please don't shoot me, Mr. Officer. Please don't shoot me, man.
Step out and face away.
You're not shooting me, man.
I'm not shooting. Step out and face away.
Okay, please, man. Please. I didn't know, man. I didn't know, officer. I didn't know.
Right now.
Hey, come back. Stay in the car. Stop resisting. I'm not. Yes, you are. I want to get the
Yeah, but still, I'm taking it out of mind. He's drunk. Is he on something?
Oh, he got a thing going on. I'm telling you about it. We have problems all the time when they come, especially when that man took that gun like that. It's been one. So,
yeah, but he's a good guy.
George Floyd said.
Are you on something right now?
No, nothing. You at that? Man,
Let's go.
yeah, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yes. Yes, I was just moving earlier.
Let's go.
All right, let me come on now.
Keep walking.
Okay, do me one favor, man.
No, we get in the car. Let's go in the car, man. Come on.
Hey, man. Oh, man. God, I'm leaving, man. Man.
I want to watch that car, too, so. Yeah, that's all I'm
I'm falling down. Stay on your feet and face the car door. Please. Get the car, man. I'm gonna talk to you, man. Please, let me talk to you. Please. Wait, listen. Nothing. What you saying?
Can you watch that car? Just make sure no one goes in it.
I hear you, but you're gonna face the door right now.
Listen up. Stop.
I don't know anything. Ain't anything y'all telling you, man. I'm not against you, man. I'm not. You can ask him. He know me in there. God, man, I want to nothing like that, yo. Why is going on like this? Look at my people's office. I'm not that kind of guy. Stop. I'm not that kind of guy.
Stop.
Please. I'm not that kind of guy, Dawson. Please. Hey, man. Don't even go myself, man. Please. I'm just claustrophobic. That's it.
Well, you're still going in the car.
Make sure I find you. I won't do nothing with y'all. It's all me. No, sir. Nothing. Why y'all doing me like that? Please, God, you do for me and stuff, man. I am claustrophobic for real, officer.
You got him?
You please take it for me, please.
Yes, I'm trying.
Stay with me, man.
I will.
Please stay with me, man. Thank you. God, man. I didn't know I was doing nothing, man. Please, man. I didn't know please. I was none of y'all, man. Nothing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's talking over funny stuff. I'm listening. And I understand that people do stuff. Okay.
We're going to see you.
I'll
roll the windows down, okay?
Please don't take a seat. I'm going in. I'm going in now. I gotta go in. Take a seat.
Have a seat.
I don't believe me. Take a seat. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy, man. Take a seat. Yo, I'm gonna die in here. Take a seat. I'm gonna die, man. You need to take a seat right now. And I just had COVID, man. I won't go into that.
I'll roll the windows down. Hey, listen.
Dang, man. I'm not that kind of guy.
I'll roll the windows down and put the legs in, all right? Stay down.
Look at that. Not even listening. Look at it. We can fix it now while you're standing out. Hey, man. God, y'all do me bad, man. Man, I don't want y'all to win. I don't want y'all to win. I don't want to win. I'm claustrophobic. I got anxiety. I don't want to do nothing.
I'll roll the window down.
Man, I'm scared. When I start breathing, it's going to go up on me, man.
Pull your legs in.
Okay, let me go to sleep. Let me go to sleep, I'm going in. Please, I'm not trying to win. I get on the ground or anything. I get in his heart. He know it. You get in his car with your talk. I'm claustrophobic. I'm telling you what's working with me. God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
I'm over here. I'm going to pull your legs.
Get in the car. In the front. No, you're not getting in the car. Claustrophobic. I'll get in the car. Okay, man, okay. I'm not a bad guy, man. In the car. I'm not a bad guy. Please, take a seat. Please. No, just take a seat. I can't choke. I can't breathe. Please. Fine. My wrist, man. Please. I can't take your hand. I can't. And I will. Don't take on me, man. I can't breathe.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the body cam video of Derek Chauvin, the man who was responsible of his death, the man who was responsible for putting his knee in the back of George Floyd's neck. You know, when we watch this video, it really teaches me something, right? You know, and I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, he resisted. Okay, he resisted, but with good well, I'm gonna say it like this, people. You saw what happened when Derek Chauvin draw his gun up, and you know his ex-wife even said that when a person he was shot before, and his mind is kind of crazy when a person pulled a gun on him, you know. This is why I said that, when it comes to that, and people gonna say, well, he was on drugs, he had drugs in him, and he was handcuffed, he resisted. What does this have to do with what happened to him that day? What does this have to do when he put his knee in the back of his neck? I'm being honest. What does this have to do with anything? And see, I think the reason why they released this, they leaked the body cam video to Daily Mail, is so that the police union would say, well, see that George Floyd was resisting. He's basically uncooperative with police officers. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and we request for him to request for all the 4 officers to be released immediately. And of course, the judge is going to grant that wish because of this video. And I guarantee you, whoever leaked this video to Daily Mail has to be a law enforcement officer or someone who knows the Minneapolis Police Department, because ain't no way in the world that body camera will be released like that unless there's good motives. And the motive was, ladies and gentlemen, is that these 4 officers that was responsible, they want them released. The police union would do anything. I mean, do anything they can to get these officers off. And the best way they can do it is someone that's inside the Minneapolis Police Department leak the video, put it on Daily Mail, and make it look like George Floyd was a bad guy. And even the ex-wife said that he didn't do anything. The ex-wife, you heard what the ex-wife said, that he didn't even do anything. Talk about George Floyd. So, and people know about, well, they're rioting because of all of this, and George Floyd was resisting. I'm gonna tell you something. If a person has problems, and again, you can tell George Floyd, he's suffering from mental problems. You can see that in the video. And when a person was resisting, and sometimes, I mean, how would you feel with someone, or a police officer drawing a gun on your face? You'll be scared too. You'll be shaking. You'll be like, oh, you'll be scared too. And that's why George Floyd's ex-wife even said that he really didn't do anything. That when he saw the gun, he just trips. But even with the video that's been released today, my question is that what does this have to do with Derek Chauvin killing him? What does this have to do with him putting a knee in the back of his neck? And again, they're gonna tell, they put it out there, and I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen, they put that video out there because they know that the 4 police officers is going to be let go because of that body cam video. And I know they've been pressured. People have been under pressure to have that body cam released, and then they finally released it, and then they waited now to release it. Why? Why they waited now? You can tell in that video, ladies and gentlemen, that George Floyd was scared to death. That he doesn't even know what the police is going to do to him. And believe me, yes, he was resisting. He shouldn't resist, because I know a lot of people going to say, well, he resisted. Yeah, he resisted. He shouldn't resist. And even with that, even if he talking about, well, he got drugs in his system during the time of his death. Even with that, what does this have to do with the officer killing him? What does this have to do with the officer putting a knee in his neck while he was in handcuffs? So much unanswered questions, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I said that, at the end of the day, the police was in a wrong. Derek Chauvin need to be in jail for killing him. And whether he's on drugs, whether he was resisting arrest, that to me is irrelevant. What's really relevant is why George Floyd was dead. Why did Derek Chauvin put his knee in the back of his damn neck? And with that leaked body cam video, now the police union in Minneapolis is going to say, see, George Floyd, he was resisting. He was uncooperative with police officers. So yes, the officers have the right to basically do what he do. And I want them to be released immediately. That's exactly what they're going to say. And when that happens, you're talking about another unrest in Minneapolis. I'm serious. This is going to get ugly. So they're doing this. They leaked this video to Daily Mail because they knew that these officers are going to walk. So they're showing the public about that part of the video that the mainstream media won't even show. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, you see the pattern that I'm going to here, right? The 4 officers is going to walk. The police union already approved of it. So to make a public feel that these officers were justified of doing what they did to George Floyd, they released the damn body cam video of Derek Chauvin. They're showing, well, I pointed a gun. He was uncooperative. He was resisting, and I was trying to put the man in the back of a police vehicle, and he still trying to resist what we're doing. But my question to you is this. We saw the video. We already know. But why did you have to kill the man? That's my question. Why did you have to put his knee in the back of his neck? Why did you have to kill him? And I'm hearing a lot of people going to say, well, he has drugs in his system, and he didn't think right, and the ex-wife said ex-wife said he didn't do anything. You heard what? And I know a lot of people say, well, he said he was crazy. They didn't really see the entire video of what his ex-wife was saying. She was saying that George Floyd didn't do anything. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he said that the reason why he was reacting the way he did is because Derek Chauvin put a gun in his face. And so George Floyd said he got shot before. So yes, and I know when a person gets shot and live, and a person put a gun, they're gonna get nervous. They're gonna get crazy. And so, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and I think these 4 officers are gonna get off because of this leaked body cam video that Daily Mail just released. So it's sad that even with that, George Floyd was unarmed. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, whether he was resisting, whether he had drugs in his system, he was still unarmed. He was, when the Derek Chauvin, when the video came out, when he was on the ground with handcuffs and his knee in the back of his neck, basically he said, "I can't breathe." He even said, "I can't breathe" when he was going to the back of the police vehicle. But then a lot of people going to say, well, he had drugs in his system. That's why he felt claustrophobic. That's why he felt the way he felt. But again, even if that were true, even if that was correct, right? That doesn't, what's the police have the justification of killing this brother, of killing George Floyd in broad daylight? What's the justification of it? At the end of the day, Derek Chauvin still killed George Floyd. He still put a knee in the back of his neck. And they can release all the videos they want to, because they want to basically, the police union and these officers' attorneys want them free. They want them to let go. That's why that leaked body cam video was released and gave it to Daily Mail. They're not going to give it to any other mainstream media, but they will give it to Daily Mail. And that's exactly what happened, people. They want to they want to change the narrative. This is what I'm saying. The Minneapolis Police Department wanted to change the narrative of the situation. Make it look like George Floyd is a bad guy. Make it look like he was resisting. He was uncooperative. And then the same video, they're gonna let these 4 officers go because of it. Just to make the police union say this is the justification right there of what happened, you know. But at the end of the day, George Floyd shouldn't have died like that. He shouldn't have died with Derek Chauvin putting his knee in the back of his neck. And Derek Chauvin was the one, and that it was his body camera, by the way. He was the one putting his gun out, his gun drawn to George Floyd. And obviously, his ex-wife was in the car. I think one of his friends is in the car too. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, George Floyd shouldn't have died that day. Seriously. He was still unarmed. Whether he had drugs in the system or not, even though he was uncooperative, he was scared because he had his gun drawn. And for some of the people who got shot, you know, they get crazy when someone put a gun on them. When he got, I mean, even his ex-wife even said that. But this is just so sad that now they waited months, because I believe it happened, the George Floyd thing happened, I believe in March, if I'm not mistaken. So they waited 4 months now to have this video released. They waited 4 months. And why they waited 4 months, and why now they're doing this? Why they linking it to Daily Mail? Unless they're going to use that video to release these 4 officers. And that's exactly what's going to happen, I believe. Because they're going to justify to say, well, he's uncooperative. He's resisting. So, it's sad, y'all. It's really, really sad. But tell me what you think. I mean, this is just crazy. They waited 4 months to release this body cam video of Derek Chauvin. All because they want these officers off. And then they're making that George Floyd was the bad guy, making him. And it's funny that every time it's really bad that they're making victims as criminals. They are. And that's what they do. And now, since Daily Mail got this video, the police union, and now these 4 officers' attorneys are going to say this is why that I want these officers released, because he was resisting. He was uncooperative with officers. So, and they did their job. These 4 officers did that's exactly what the lawyers are going to say, and the police unions are going to say as well. And it's sad, people. You can see George Floyd already said, "I can't." Before he said on the ground, "I can't breathe." He said it way before then. And what if it's drugs in the system? What if he is claustrophobic? It doesn't basically matter at the moment, because this man is dead now. Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd. This is plain and simple. And now, thanks to this video, these officers probably will get off. So y'all let me know what you think about this. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.